I'm also going to air a short little piece that was produced by an InfoWars listener 6 years ago or so. The 9/11 lessons from Star Trek. Dealing with a group playing two sides off against each other, in this case, an alien, in between the Klingon and Federation ship. And when you see the globalists above the countries playing off real beefs, Russians have beefs, the Ukrainians have serious beefs. I've always been pro-Ukrainian, anti-Russian, because I grew up being anti-communist. And I see the Ukrainians not like being abused by the Russians. But this, again, is anthropologists, sociologists, in there manipulating the different angles. But I did tweet the video out, 9/11 Lessons from Star Trek, an allegory to the New World Order and its divide and conquer tactics. You can see the video at Real Alex Jones on Twitter. If you're a radio listener, I'm going to have it reposted to Infowars.com as well. But I'm not Russian and I'm not Ukrainian. It was just like when the globalists tried to turn over Kosovo to the Muslims. They had no stake in that. The Serbs had defeated the Muslims when they invaded scores of times, famously right there in Kosovo. That's the most famous battleground area of the Muslims and then the West back and forth battling. That's where they stopped them. Albania is Muslim to the south. NATO went in, bombed that area, and let the Muslims go in, and they're still ethnically cleansing Serbs today. Does that mean that Serbs are little angels and haven't done the same thing back? No, they've done it. The UN's own report said that the different Croats and Muslims and other groups had killed double the Serbs in the 10 years of that conflict the Serbs had. I'm not Serbian. I'm not Slavic. I just know the history. I know the numbers. I know they went in and bombed Belgrade's aircraft factories to build civilian aircraft. They didn't want Belgrade to be its own country. They don't want any sovereign countries. They don't want Syria being successful or Egypt being successful or America being successful. They don't care who you are. They want to bring you down. Now, please remember this broadcast is listener supported. We offer the ProPure G2 gravity-fed filters. I'm doing a special report tonight on the news dealing with the big top lab test showing the hundreds of deadly chemicals that it completely removes or removes down to non-detectable levels or reduces down to 99+%. Other leading filters just don't do the same thing. This is big, mainline establishment labs. Not people claiming stuff or doing stuff in their garage and claiming things. This is top labs. We're going to show those findings tonight about how high quality the Pro 1 and Pro G2 filtration systems are. The entire family of ProPure available at InfoWarsStore.com. Promo code WATER gets you 10% off, ladies and gentlemen. 10% off, promo code WATER. And we have video reports up there documenting it as well and showing the news articles and the tests and the rest of it. InfoWarsStore.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Again, I would sell every gravity-fed filter out there if we didn't have customer complaints and problems and stuff. We sell ProPure and the G2 systems because people love it. I've used it. I've seen the test. It's the best. We have great customer service now. Used to it wasn't the best. It's gotten better over the years. This is the place to get your water filtration, InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. There's a lot of things we can't change in this world, but drinking cleaner water, purified water is something big we can do for ourselves and our families. You save masses of money not getting the bottled water. I still drink Pellegrino and some Italian waters, and I still like, things like Perrier, because I like the taste of it. But when I'm cooking or I'm drinking big glasses of water, it's out of a ProPure G2 system. InfoWarsStore.com. Also, don't forget, we have all the great, groundbreaking, amazing supplements at InfoWarsLife.com. The X2, the Fluoride Shield, chelating, detoxing, the Lung Cleanse, the Silver Bullet. The OcuPower will sell out by tomorrow at current numbers. It'll be a few months till we get more in. The most powerful eye formula ever put together, according to our research. And the major national producer we had create this formula for us said, we've not seen anybody put this much stuff in an eye formula. It's over the top. It's a Rolls Royce at a Ford LTD level cost for the Occupower. Infowars, Life.com, or 888-253-3139. And the best part is your purchases support the broadcast. So it's a win-win-win on so many fronts. Occupower, and it's not just for the eyes. It sells across the board, but it's kind of the poor man's DNA force. And I take it every day, and it's just amazing. Let's go to Darius in Romania. Darius, what's your view on this?
Hi, Alexi. You're doing a very good job worldwide. You're waking up a lot of people, and I thank you for that. I want to give you my take on Ukraine, and then I want to ask you a question, if you may. Okay, so our president has had a press conference just a little while and said there is not a Russian invasion in Ukraine. He said Russians send military technique to support the pro-Russian rebels. But the fact is that they are taking part of Crimea, and they want to create a bigger Transnistria.
Well, sir, continue to elaborate from your perspective.
And we have a really big NATO base here, and they are on high alert right now. I want to say something. You ask if they want to have a war with Russia. I don't think they want a war with Russia right now, because it's a big deal to the United States, to NATO. They have the thing with ISIS, with Africa, And I want to ask you a simple question.
Okay.
How do you think the New World Order will try to destroy us? There will be nuclear, zombie virus, robot, or how do you think?
Well, they're going to beta test wars, beta test super viruses, beta test things to see how we react, how we behave, to war game it. But they'll do it in phases. If they think they can get away with releasing a bioweapon to kill the majority of people, they do it right now. But they can't do it while there's a sovereign Russia left or a sovereign Iran. And it doesn't mean that Iran or Russia are good. It just means they're not part of the eugenics New World Order. Russia was under eugenics for about 80 years. And that's why their population went under. It's why everything we have in America, Russia was under. They just don't call it communism now. They call it trendyism or political correctness. And so the level of tyranny we will live under is the exact level we put up with. And it's all being phased in. I mean, I read 17 years ago that the Department of Transportation with DARPA was going to track us by the mile, tax us by the mile, track everything we do, and selectively tax the middle class until we collapse for social engineering. And I knew that. And people said, you're crazy, even though I had the documents. Well, now it's being announced. It's just, if you can imagine it, the globalists are doing it. God bless you. I appreciate your call, Darius from Romania. Now, Sol in Poland, Kurt in Toronto, Martin in London, Sean in Alaska. We'll get to all of you after we air this 7-minute allegory piece, 9/11 lessons from Star Trek. But it's applicable, this 1960s TV show episode, to how the globalists are above the different nations, playing us off against each other and then feeding, metaphorically, off of our energy. This is how the globalists win, financing all different sides. You become aware of it, you understand the paradigm. Here is this piece.
Captain's log, stardate Armageddon.
The Klingons were too far distant to have been the attackers.
What proof do we need? We know what a Klingon is.
Helm dead.
Controls have gone crazy. Something's taken over.
Most interesting. The trapped, your ship racing from this galaxy at wild speeds. How did I perform this sabotage, Kirk? All my men are here.
Do you think some people in a cave, were able to have NORAD stand down? Do you think that people in a cave were able to have all of this happen?
A phantom colony, imaginary distress calls, the creation of these weapons.
We will in fact find weapons.
Do you sense a pattern, Mr. Spock?
The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist.
There is an alien on board which may have created this situation.
Who cares what started it, Mr. Spock?
It is apparently capable of manipulating matter and mind.